Hey friends! Imagine being just 3 years old when your world splits apart. That's what happened to Dean Graziosi. After his parents divorced, his life became a constant shuffle between his mom, grandmother, and dad. By the time he was 19, he'd moved over 20 times. He was chopping wood just to stay warm, fixing old cars to make a few bucks, and barely getting by. On top of all that, he had dyslexia, struggled in school, and pretty much everyone he knew had written him off as a failure. But one day, something inside him snapped. He looked at his life and decided with absolute certainty, no matter how bad my past has been, my future will not be the same. So, what did he do? He turned his beat-up old work truck into a classroom on wheels. With a few books and a tape recorder, he started soaking up knowledge from mentors, one cassette at a time. That single decision completely changed the trajectory of his life. The broke mechanic with dyslexia transformed into a multi-millionaire entrepreneur and a best-selling author. How? He discovered and applied 8 powerful habits. These are habits I've also woven into my own life, and today I'm going to share them with you. I call them the habits for a rich life. Let's dive in. The first habit, R, stands for reason. Without a powerful why, any new habit you try to build will crumble the moment life throws a punch. Think about it. Why do you want to change? For Nick Woodman, the founder of GoPro, his reason was born from frustration. He was a passionate surfer who wanted to capture his adventures on the waves. One day, he lost his camera to the ocean. That pain, that loss, became his driving force. He started selling seashell necklaces out of his van to fund his dream of creating a durable camera. That burning reason turned GoPro into a multi-billion-dollar brand. So, ask yourself, why do you truly want success? And don't stop at the first answer. Keep digging deeper and deeper until you find a reason that feels like fire in your gut. That's your fuel. Next up is I, inner voice control. We all have that nagging voice in our heads, right? The inner critic that whispers, "You're not smart enough," or "You're going to fail." Dean heard it too loud and clear, but he learned a crucial skill, how to talk back to it. He learned to silence that negativity with powerful positive affirmations. It reminds me of John Paul DeJoria. Before he co-founded the haircare giant Paul Mitchell and the tequila brand Patron, he was homeless, living out of his car. But he never told himself he was poor. Instead, he would repeat, "I'm not poor, I'm just in the preparation phase." He was preparing for greatness. And he found it, becoming a billionaire. Your inner voice is constantly writing your story. Take control of the pen. This brings us perfectly to C, craft powerful stories. The narrative you tell yourself about your life literally shapes your reality. Dean stopped telling himself the story of being a broke mechanic with dyslexia. That was his past, not his destiny. He started telling a new story. I am resourceful. I am a problem solver. I will create my own future. Think about Chris Gardner, the man whose life inspired the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. He was homeless, sleeping in public restrooms with his young son. But the story he told himself wasn't one of despair. He wrote a new script. I will become a successful stockbroker. He believed it with every fiber of his being, and that belief carried him through unimaginable hardship to achieve his dream. What story are you telling yourself? It's time to rewrite your narrative and cast yourself as the hero. The H in Rich Life stands for Hone Your Strength. Success isn't about being good at everything. It's about becoming world-class at one thing. Too many of us try to fix our weaknesses instead of amplifying our strengths. Sir Richard Branson is a great example. He has dyslexia and struggled academically, but he didn't let that define him. He focused on what he was brilliant at, his vision, his creativity, and his willingness to take calculated risks. For everything else, the accounting, the logistics, the details, he hired people who were experts in those areas. That laser focus on his strengths allowed him to build the Virgin Empire, which now includes over 400 companies. Find that one thing you're uniquely good at and pour your energy into it. Double down on your strength. Now for L, learn every day. Your formal education might end, but your learning never should. Dean treated learning like oxygen. He knew he needed it daily to survive and thrive. He didn't have a fancy degree, but he had a hunger for knowledge. Think about Jan Koum, the founder of WhatsApp. He grew up in a poor immigrant family and taught himself computer networking by reading old manuals. He learned to code from free forums and online resources. He was a relentless learner. Later, He sold WhatsApp to Facebook for a staggering $19 billion. You don't need a formal classroom. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos like this one. Just 1 hour of focused learning each day can put you miles ahead of 99% of people. The second I stands for input and environment. This might be the most underrated habit of all. Your environment and the information you consume shape you more than your willpower ever could. If you're surrounded by negativity, pessimism, and low ambitions, it's like trying to swim upstream. Dean made a conscious choice to cut out negative news and instead join mastermind groups with people who inspired and challenged him. I did the same. I started curating my social media feeds to follow mentors and positive influencers. If the people around you aren't lifting you up, it's time to find a new circle. And in today's world, you can build that circle digitally. Choose your input wisely. Next is focus ritual. Ideas are great, but habits only stick when they become rituals. It's the consistency that trains your brain for success. Dean built powerful morning rituals. He'd start his day with movement to get his blood flowing, journaling to clear his mind, and practicing gratitude to set a positive tone. Even John Paul DeJoria, back when he was homeless, had a ritual. He made sure to groom himself and look his best every single day, even when he had nothing. That small act reinforced his self-worth and kept his mindset focused on success. Create a morning ritual, even if it's just for 15 minutes, that grounds you and prepares you to win the day. And finally, the most important letter, E, execute boldly. All the learning, planning, and positive thinking in the world means absolutely nothing without action. Dean didn't just listen to those tapes in his truck. He went out and immediately applied what he learned. He started small, made mistakes, and learned from them. Most people wait for the perfect plan or for clarity to strike like lightning. But clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. You have to start even if it's messy. Take that first bold step. Consistent, imperfect action will always beat perfect, endless planning. So there you have it, the 8 habits for creating your own rich life. R, reason I, inner voice control C, craft powerful stories H, hone your strength L, learn everyday I, input and environment F, focus ritual E, execute boldly. Now don't feel overwhelmed. Don't try to implement all 8 at once. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, I have a challenge for you. Just pick one. Which one habit resonates with you the most right now? Choose that one and commit to applying it for the next 7 days. To make it real, comment below right now. Yes, I take the 7-day challenge, and tell me which habit you've chosen. Then come back and update us on your progress. Day 1 done, day 2 check-in. Once you complete that first week, you'll feel an incredible sense of accomplishment. You'll feel like a winner. And winning is a habit in itself. Once you win once, you'll want to win again and again. Remember, your past does not define you. Your habits do. Start today, start small, and begin creating your very own rich life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.